Welcome to A Course in Business Miracles. This is Heather Dominick, creator of BusinessMiracles.com and founder and leader of the highly sensitive entrepreneur movement. Join me today for some genuine practical assistance and a business-altering and life-changing experience, a business miracle. This is A Course in Business Miracles, episode number 21, Your Financial Flow Energy, part 1 of 2. Listen in to the next 2 episodes to learn how to focus on shifting your energy from frustration to financial flow. So again, we're here to focus on how to transform or shift the energy of frustration into that of financial flow. As all of you know, I am a big fan, as the Order Form to the Universe shows, of really acknowledging the energies that aren't serving, the things that you don't want, all for the purpose of releasing them, having them move out of the way, so that your energy, your focus can be available for those higher level energies and those things that you do want. I actually really recommend that you choose to get very connected and very conscious about what has you frustrated in your business right now. Because I have really come to learn and I have come to understand that frustration is a major gift. The frustration isn't the issue. It's how we respond to it, what we do with it, and what we choose to think about it that usually causes issues, non-serving issues, I should say. So first of all, let's just really look at what frustration is. So first of all, I have also really come to understand that frustration is a surface energy. That's how I like to refer to it. It's a surface energy. And what I mean by that is that frustration is a pretty easy energy. It's a pretty easy emotion to access, right? You just go sit in traffic anywhere, and you'll see that it's really not hard for human beings to be frustrated. It happens pretty quickly, with not a lot of effort, and usually also not a lot of thought. And I, for certain, absolutely catch myself sometimes. Shockingly, I have to say sometimes I am shocked at myself of how fast I can go to frustration. And I'm laughing because it's often quite embarrassing. Just the other day, actually, I was walking down my street, actually, my block, my neighborhood, and this child behind me says, "Excuse me," and he's on a bike. And I am instantly frustrated. I am instantly annoyed. And I watch myself as my immediate thought goes to judgment and blame and frustration. I'm thinking, you are not supposed to be riding bikes on the sidewalk. That is a New York City law. And how dare you ask to excuse? And wow, did my ego mind just have a field day. And like I said, I had to just sort of stop and just really laugh at myself. Wow, that took pretty much less than a second. So what's up with that, Heather? Interesting. One thing that I heard from Wayne Dyer years ago, when I was a teenager years ago, and I think a tape recording that probably my dad gave me of a unity talk that Wayne Dyer was doing. And he said, when you squeeze an orange, what comes out? And the audience answered, orange juice. And he said, that's right, because that's what's inside. So when you're squeezed, what comes out? And whatever comes out, that's what's inside. So that's why I say that frustration is an easy energy to access. It's a surface energy. Now, why is that important to look at it in that way? Well, my intention of sharing this perspective or this way of viewing frustration, my intention is to support you in disengaging with it. And why do we want to disengage with frustration? Well, I'm sure you've had the experience of one, noticing that you don't feel your best when you're frustrated. You aren't able to act or perform at your best when frustrated. And therefore, you are also not able to create at your highest when frustrated. So if we really look at it that way, frustration is a major business success sabotage. It's easy to go to. It doesn't really take a lot of effort. Isn't really anchored and is of no value or little value, we'll talk about that in a second, towards productivity and creation. So back to seeing it as a surface energy. If we see it as a surface energy, hopefully that allows us to not be so wrapped up in it, to not give it so much weight or control over us. As a surface energy, what I have found is that there is usually a much stronger energy beneath frustration. Energies that we're often trying very hard to ignore or deny. Because on some level, we recognize that the bigger energy beneath the frustration has more power over us than we would like to admit. Frustration as a surface energy can be really easy to blame on someone or something else, like the boy on the bicycle. If you're frustrated, it's easy to say, I'm frustrated at those other drivers. I'm frustrated, I'm not getting the results that I want. I'm frustrated, I seem to be taking these actions, but nothing's happening. I'm frustrated the client hasn't called when they are supposed to. I'm frustrated that prospect hasn't gotten back to me. I'm frustrated by the response of that potential client. Who do they think they are? I'm frustrated by my team members. They're not operating and behaving the way that I want them to. But again, surface energy. The beginning of disconnecting from frustration is the willingness to look at what's really going on underneath. And I have come to find that typically, not always, but typically, the three energies that are lurking underneath frustration are anger, hurt, and fear. And when we go even deeper beneath the anger, beneath the hurt, beneath the fear, there is perhaps buried deep, deep, deep a sense of shame. And this is where the beautiful golden opportunity lies. If we choose to just continue to dance on the surface with the surface energy of frustration, like sunlight dancing on top of the water, it's an illusion, right? The sunlight doesn't actually dance on top of the water. You can track sunbeams all the way to hundreds of feet beneath the surface of the ocean. But if we continue to dance on the surface, then we don't really have to acknowledge or feel any sense of possible anger, hurt, fear, or shame. And that, of course, is the art of the ego mind, whose motive is always to keep us from changing, to keep us exactly the same, in a constant state of casual misery. Just miserable enough not to be happy, but not miserable enough to actually do anything about it.
Join us next time for the final part 2 of this series, Your Financial Flow Energy. Thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoyed this episode of A Course in Business Miracles. If you're ready to learn how to use your highly sensitive abilities to support you in being purposeful, profitable, and empowered rather than scattered, poor, and undervalued, take my free self-quiz to find out if you are indeed a highly sensitive entrepreneur. And if you are, along with your quiz results, you'll receive my free HSE Success Guide, which will teach you how to have your highly sensitive abilities working for you to create the results you desire in your business. Take the quiz and receive your free success guide now at www.hsequiz.com.